Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there today, where we head into the Week 13 Tailgate Show and wrap up another week's worth of content here for fantasy football. And I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to this weekend because I'm not going to do a damn thing other than sit back, relax, and try to get healthy because I am sick of dealing with this stuff right here. I got my Ricola on deck just in case we have a coughing fit, but the show must go on, right? So we're going to go through our normal Tailgate Show. We got our end of the week news. We got some mystery items from Pristine auction, the Tailgate Chef, taters here, some DFS picks, some point spread picks, whatever it is you're looking for. The timestamps are down below in the description, but we'll go ahead and start things off with some end of the week news. Now, since all of our videos have come out, there hasn't been any groundbreaking news really since then. So we'll cover a couple things. First thing being Dalvin Cook officially ruled out. We do know that Alexander Mattison, he's plug and play, right? That's at least one thing we know about that backfield there. What about Ron Rivera coming out and saying that they're going to utilize Wendell Smallwood, which welcome back to fantasy football, Wendell Smallwood, in the J.D. McKissic role while J.D. McKissic is out? Okay, I understand why he says that. And obviously, you know, Antonio Gibson can't go out and get every single touch. The guy has to have a break. I don't care which running back it is in the NFL. They're going to spell them with someone at some point. Am I overly worried about Wendell? Don't tell me I have Smallwood. Not really. But on the other hand, Ron Rivera has been known to kind of mess with our fantasy football dreams here. So it's just something to know of that, you know, Antonio Gibson should be in line for that extended workload. However, there should be times that, you know, throughout the game where we could see some Wendell Smallwood. Just anticipate it. What about Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins? They're both, you know, coming out and saying they're going to be game time decisions. Those game time decisions should be in a positive way for us. We are expecting them both to play, at least Kyler Murray here this weekend. I think that they kind of waited until after their bye week on purpose, right? To give them that extra week of rest, come out here and make a run second half of the season. We expect them to play. Hopefully, Daniel Jones officially ruled out. No one cares about Daniel Jones, but what that does tell us is that we should see a whole lot of Saquon Barkley, because are we really going to be that reliant and expecting a whole lot from Mike Glennon? I sure hope not, because it's Mike Glennon, and he hasn't done anything almost anywhere he's ever been his entire career. So anything that we're looking at here, you're going to lower the upside of all the receivers in this matchup, plus maybe a little bit of an added upside boost here to Saquon Barkley, because they could rely a little bit more on that running game to take that pressure away from Mike Glennon. Seattle, they're acknowledging that they need to use DK Metcalf more. Yeah, no hit, right? I mean, he's one of the best wide receivers in football, and you guys just continue to not target him a lot every single week. The offensive coordinator has come out and says, hey, we need to make a conscious effort of getting DK the football. Usually when things like that happen in the NFL, they come to fruition on the football field. So make sure that you have DK Metcalf in your lineup, because I would not be surprised if they force feed him the rock here this weekend. And then lastly, Melvin Gordon. He is still not practicing. For all you Javonte Williams owners, you're excited right now. I can't see it, but thankfully, but I can tell that right now you are pumped, because you could be seeing a whole lot of Javonte Williams action here this weekend if Melvin Gordon misses out on this matchup Sunday Night Football. That does suck that it is Sunday night, but hopefully you're not overly reliant on Melvin Gordon. Hopefully you have another option just in case. He's been a decent flex for almost everybody all season long, right? His ceiling hasn't been overly huge because of the usage of Javonte Williams as well, but Melvin Gordon's still somebody that you may miss here this weekend. I think the doc said earlier in today, and oh wow, now I'm going off of memory, what did he say? It's like a 20-25% chance that he thinks that we see Melvin Gordon this weekend, so not looking too good there, but that's just the end of the week news. There's not a whole lot else outside of that, but now is the time. We took a week off because of Thanksgiving, right? We didn't do this during Thanksgiving because a lot of people were traveling. They were out. They weren't really watching fantasy football content. All the games were on Thursday, so they kind of lost some interest later in the week. So we didn't do a tailgate show last week. Well, we're doing it this week, which means more items from Pristine Auction. Now, we got two boxes, two smaller boxes. We got one here and then another one here. It's a small box. good things come in small boxes, small packages. That's what my wife tells me all the time. So looking forward to opening these. Now, just a reminder, and I know I've said this a bunch this year, but we have eye contact for a minute, real talk. Now, if we want to continue to get items like this every single week from Pristine Auction, they've laid the blueprint out for us on what we need to do to continue to get things. And I'm giving you the answers to the test right here. So head over to pristineauction.com, sign up for a free account, use the referral code Headliners when you do so. You're going to receive a $10 off coupon right away. Do you have to go right that second and buy something to be eligible for some of these giveaways we do? No, you don't have to. Make sure you have your free account set up. You'll get that $10 off coupon, and whenever you're ready to make your first purchase, because there are items out there for everybody. It's current players, past players, not just jerseys. They have photos, they have footballs, they have everything that you could possibly want for your man cave, for your woman cave, there at pristineauction.com. And items are, starting as low as $1. It's the auction style format. It's a lot of fun. It's super addicting. Trust me. Put it down below in the comment section if you've been addicted to Pristine Auction here this year. But head over there and set up that free account. That's why they're going to continue to give us these free things. It's because y'all are signing up for accounts. So you do matter. Go out there and set up that account. But now, let's see what we got. Let's open this one first, because I think we kind of know what's in this box, right? When we see a box like this, I think we've opened up enough of them now to realize that this is probably a flat jersey. I'll rest him right here. I have already pre-cut, so it's not a total train wreck. But let's see what we got. No idea what is in this box like usual, but let's open her up, because whatever's in this box could be one of our future giveaways, right? That's the cool thing about all this Pristine Auction stuff, is I can do whatever I want to with it. I can give it away, I can auction it, I can do whatever I want. I haven't auctioned anything, I can pretty much give it all away. I'm a man of the people. All right, here we go. Now, we do know the shape of it. What we do not know is who it is. Who is your guess? Let me prop this up a little bit. Who is your guess? At the jersey, it is... Oh, I'm not even showing you yet. I'm gonna keep it off camera. Y'all, it's my boy. It's my boy. It's a Nick Chubb jersey. It is a signed Nick Chubb jersey. I am like a kid on Christmas. Look at that. The white Chubb. I like the white Chubb jersey. Now, you can see it, which is awesome here. Can I do this? There's another Chubb jersey I have right here. Do I need 2 Chubb jerseys? Maybe not. So maybe there will be a Chubb jersey giveaway here in the near future. That is nuts, though. I love, y'all know, if you've watched this show for any amount of time, you know how much I like me some Sir Nicholas Chubb. That is awesome. Was not expecting a Chubb jersey, but now we have another little one. It's cute. It's dainty. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's not very heavy. Really have no idea what could possibly be this size, but yes, I have pre-cut this one also. What is this? We have not had anything that has come in this size yet. Box is open. No idea what is inside yet. I'll set it over here so I can grab the microphone again. All right, what do we got? Bubble wrap. Who out there is interested in some autographed bubble wrap? Anybody? I'll autograph this bad boy right now with a Sharpie. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till I feel better, and then I'm going to sign it with a Sharpie, and then I'll send it to somebody. How does that sound? Let me know down below. Odd. We have an envelope. It's like a shady deal going on up in here. There's an envelope full of cash. That'd be awesome. I don't ever get those sent to me. All right, here we go. I got to use 2 hands. Oh, I have an idea. I don't know who it is. Okay, so I can tell. I'm not even going to show the name yet. I don't want to say it because it's in a card case. Now, we know we have headliner breaks. It's a thick card case this is in. But who is it? It just says Pristine Auction. Did they hook us up with a sweet card? What do we got? No way. What? We got ourselves a signed... Is it signed? It is signed right there. Can you see it? It's kind of reflective. A signed Joe Burrow. Oh, how do I get this off? You put the sticker over it. I can't see it. I want to see it. I'm gonna take the plastic off here. Keep it in the case. Keep it in the case for safety. Oh, what? That is a Beckett 10 graded Joe Burrow signed NFL debut mosaics, Panini mosaic rookie card. That is a signed Joe Burrow rookie right there. Can you see it? There we go. That's a little bit better. This is the kind of cool stuff you can get, right? It's not just jerseys. It's not just helmets and footballs. You can get all kinds of stuff. It's if you're a card collector, look what we just got. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is awesome. That's one of the coolest items we've gotten all year long. And we've gotten stuff every single week, and we love to continue to do this. But like I said before, I cannot stress this enough. Do me a favor right now. Pause the video, open up a new tab, go to pristineauction.com and create a free, doesn't cost you anything, a free account using the referral code Headliners. When you do it, you're going to get a $10 off coupon in your email. You'll have it to use whenever it is you want to make a purchase. So make sure you just go over there and continue to hook us up and use that promo code Headliners, because that's why we keep getting cool things like this. That is absolutely awesome. That makes me feel a little bit better. Still can't breathe great. Can't smell anything right now. My nose is still congested, but you know what? My Ricola has yet to be opened, and I am pumped up that we got something cool like this. But now it's time to get a little bit of food, right? We've been talking here for a few minutes, but the Tailgate Chef is in the house. So let's see what he's got cooking here for week 13.
Hey everybody, this is John here with the Fantasy Headliners Tailgate Pick of the Week. Today we're going to be doing a crab cake sandwich with a sriracha tartar sauce. Y'all come on and check it out. All right, so we're going to start off here. Put these crab cakes together. Got 2 eggs there. Got a little celery chopped up. A little brown mustard. A little Worcestershire sauce. Some fresh parsley. Mayonnaise. A little salt. Some Old Bay. And some panko breadcrumbs. You want to mix all this up together before you put your crab meat in, so you don't break your crab meat all up. All right, now that I got all that mixed up, I'll put my crab meat in. You want to be real careful. Just fold that in real lightly. All right, once you got everything blended there, take these things. Got to form them into a patty. Be real easy with them. It works best to make these things ahead of time. And if you can, put them in the refrigerator or freezer for a little bit. Let them get good and cold, firms them up, holds them together better. I washed my hands right before I went to the bathroom. All right, let's put these on the griddle. All right, while we got them cooking, let's work on some sriracha tartar sauce. All right, let's work on this sriracha tartar sauce here. Got some mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, some dill, some capers, lemon juice, dill pickle, and sriracha sauce. And a little Worcestershire. All right, let's put this thing together here. We got our crab cake there. Got a little bit of our sriracha tartar sauce here. And there we go. Hope you enjoy.
Awesome. Appreciate it, John. And you guys need to stay tuned for this one, because we just filmed 5 more segments of the Tailgate Chef. And the food that he has coming up is absolutely mind-blowing to end the season. Make sure you stay subscribed for that. But now it's time for the man, the myth, the legend himself, everybody's favorite. It's time for some Tater Miles.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another weekend tailgate episode and weather and beer review segment with your boy here, Tater Miles. That's me. Let's talk about the weather first today. I got a few games I want to talk to you about. First up, we got the Chargers and the Bengals playing in Cincinnati, and that game will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, it's looking like about a 64% chance of precipitation, some scattered showers, definitely good chance it's going to see some rain there. Not sure exactly the magnitude of that, but it'll be about 53 degrees and winds blowing at about 8 miles per hour. Next up, let's go to the Cardinals versus the Bears, and this game also at that 1 p.m. slot, and a 90% chance of rain in this one. That's pretty much guaranteeing you're going to get wet. You got to watch out there for that one. I think winds at 17 miles per hour. It's going to be raining sideways, all kinds of stuff, and about 43 degrees. Now to the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Another game looking to be about a 60% chance of rain. Now this game is later on in the afternoon and should hopefully be after the rain kind of moves through and does its thing, but you never know with rain. Sometimes it gets lazy like my cousin Lenny and doesn't leave, after Thanksgiving for several days. Lenny's still here. And then probably the biggest weather concern that we've got this week is the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Shout out Bills Mafia. It's going to be about 33 degrees come game time and a 69% chance of precipitation with winds blowing at 20 miles an hour. So it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, and it's going to be windy. And those ain't good combinations when you're trying to play a football game, throw passes and run the balls and stuff like that. Monday Night Football just looks gross this week. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be out there with an umbrella and a poncho. Even if I had a mobile sauna unit with me, I'll be just fine watching this one at home. But I tell you what, we could even see some snow showers. Mac Jones himself be laying down making snow angels. I guarantee it if they see snow out there. So just be on the lookout for that. But let's go ahead and hop over to the beer review. All right, for today's beer review, we got the New Belgium Fat Tire. I've seen it many times on the shelf and finally just decided to pick it up and try it for you all. This is an amber ale. And the brewing notes on this from the New Belgium website say Fat Tire's unique flavor profile originates from 1930s Belgium. During this era, small breweries began offering easy drinking beer crafted with signature Belgium yeast in order to satisfy the taste of visiting British soldiers. Today, Fat Tire delivers drinkers everywhere, that's me, a flavorful, balanced beer with fresh herbal hop profile, fine malt presence, and a touch of fruity yeast, making it a timeless beer with broad appeal. So one sip, everybody knows the rules. Let's get into the Fat Tire. That's pretty good. There is a slight touch of fruitiness. It's very nice. It's very subtle, very subtle. You gotta have really dedicated taste buds, as I do myself, to really pick that out in this. But this is just a nice all-around amber ale. I would really love to drink this with a meal, just relaxing at home, watching football, whatever you're doing. It'd be great with cheese. For some reason, I'm tasting cheese in the back of my throat right now, and I'm craving cheese. You ever just crave cheese? That's what I thought. Cheese cravers out there. We're gonna give this a 7.6. This is a good all-around beer. It's nothing special. It's not gonna, change your life when you drink one of these, but you could drink a 6-pack and be just happy as you were drinking anything else. So the Fat Tire from New Belgium, I recommend it. It's real easy to find, real easy to pick up, I think, in most parts of the country. This is a good choice if you're wanting something a little bit off the beaten path. Highly suggest the Fat Tire. And we're thinking about making that the official beer of the Fantasy Headliners, because I've seen some of them boys in person and they got some fat tires. All right, and last but not least, to anybody who made it to this far through my segment, I greatly appreciate you. You're a #1 fan. And if you comment down in the comment section, Tater's #1 fan, I'm going to give one of you that says that a draft guide this week. I said last week on the live stream, I called in, got to talk to Jake and Kyle there and everybody else, and I said I wanted to give a draft guide away every week in December. So somebody down there that comments Tater's #1 fan, I'm going to give you a draft guide. So I'll look through those comments, select you, and send you a draft guide for free for next year, and you'll be set. But now back to you, Jake. Take it away.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Tater. One thing we can say about Tater is he always keeps you guessing. You never know what to expect from Tater. The guy is just a plethora of entertainment at this point. But now is the time that we're going to transition over to those of you who want to play a little bit of DFS, right? You want to make some DraftKings lineups, looking for some of the top plays of the weeks. Got our own Justin Freeman from Run the Sims back in the house talking some DFS.
What's up, headliners? Justin Freeman here from RunTheSims.com, here to talk to you about the Week 13 DraftKings main slate. It's been 2 weeks now since we've talked to each other. Didn't get to talk to you last Thursday on Thanksgiving, but we'll talk about this Week 13 main slate. It's a 12-game slate. Looks like it should be fun. There's a lot of value starting to open up. That was not the case last week. Last week was a pretty tough week for DFS. A good week to be contrarian. Certainly if you're into the contrarian GPP bros streets. But why don't we, without much further ado, go ahead and hop right on into the slate, guys, where we'll hop into our Run the Sims optimizer. We simulate every slate out 10,000 times. That's every play of every game on every single slate 10,000 times to find the best plays on the board. We sort by the optimal rate. How often do we project that player would be in the optimal winning lineup? Well, Jalen Hurts leads the way at the quarterback position. It's going to be tough to click on Jalen Hurts' name after the stinker he put up last week. And, you'll see that the Sims always are going to tend to gravitate towards these rushing quarterbacks, given the fact they have such unique capabilities to both produce with their legs and in the arms on the same game. Gives them a level of upside you just don't see elsewhere. Jalen Hurts, 7K, taking on the Jets. It's just a dream matchup. You'll be able to get an ownership discount on him this week because, how many people are going to want to click on Hurts after what he did last week? Lamar Jackson, kind of similar. Has not played great as of late. It's the Steelers this week, $7,800. He's priced up. But I love the way he projects out, and I think I just got to trust the numbers there when it comes to Lamar Jackson. Tom Brady, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert are rounding out the top five. So you got a really wide variety of types of players there at the quarterback positions. You got some true runners with Hurts and Jackson. You've even got Herbert down there who brings you a little bit of juice with his legs and a little bit more of pocket passers there with the $7,200 elite level Tom Brady and a $6,000 bargain bin type guy with Derek Carr. And I think we'll see later there's some options we're going to really like pairing Carr with here this week. Let's talk about the running backs. We're top of the board, 20% optimal, almost 21% optimal. Jamal Williams and Antonio Gibson look like fantastic plays. They're priced in the middle. They're completely underpriced for the roles that they should have this week. Jamal Williams obviously will likely be without DeAndre Swift in this backfield. That's going to leave him as the lead dog along with Godwin Igwebuike and Jamar Jefferson. So look for those two to form like the 1B as like a committee 1B to Jamal Williams 1A. So Jamal Williams will get relied on heavily. Antonio Gibson, 5,700. We're currently projecting that without J.D. McKissick. J.D. McKissick was carted off the field in Week 12. Scary looking hit he took there. I don't expect him to play, but certainly keep an eye on the injury report. If McKissick is out, that certainly opens up the passing game volume for Antonio Gibson. Jarrett Patterson will be there to back up Gibson, but we know Gibson is a talented pass catcher, and McKissick has sort of put the kibosh on that over the past couple seasons. Jonathan Taylor, we don't really need to spend too much time talking about him. He's going against the Texans, for crying out loud. $9,200. Those other two cheap guys give you a really good outlet to get into play. Jonathan Taylor. Alexander Madison, a guy we're expecting to get a full workload without Dalvin Cook. What's interesting about a Cook-Madison situation is, the thing about Cook when he plays with Madison is that Madison's there to steal a little bit of the opportunity. When Madison gets the feature role, who are we counting on to steal that sort of secondary option? It's going to be Kenny Nwangwu, the rookie speedster guy. Could he potentially dig into Madison's workload a little bit? I really don't think so. I think Madison will see an even bigger workload than Dalvin Cook typically sees. Makes him a really good play, even at 7,600. So it's not the typical backup running back price point that gets us in there, but still we like it. Elijah Mitchell, a guy who, believe it or not, actually improves in value because Deebo Samuel is out. Deebo Samuel is essentially operating as the RB2, if not the RB1 in this offense. Gets hurt last week. We're expecting him to miss some time. Elijah Mitchell, 6K going against the Seahawks. I mean, there's really just some fantastic values across the board, like some really high numbers. You can really limit your player pool this week to maybe the top 5 to 10 running backs and feel pretty solid about that. Looking at the receiver position, Hunter Renfrow is my favorite play of the week, $5,800. Just a great option to pair with Derek Carr now that Darren Waller's out of the offense. All the targets really should be funneling through Hunter Renfrow first. Like, he's their best option to consistently make plays in this offense. It's not Bryan Edwards. It's not Zay Jones. It's not Deshaun Jackson, although he's nice on occasion. Renfro's the guy that's going to continue to get this offense on the field and moving down the field. Cooper Kupp, 9K, so he's still priced up. Against the Jags this week. Good opportunity for him to get right with the Rams offense, get them back on pace along with Matthew Stafford. There's some rumors that Odell Beckham might be a bit banged up this week, in which case, Cooper Kupp's locked in as the wide receiver 1 in fantasy, $9,000. Not scared of that price, especially when we're seeing some cheap options helping us get there. $7,500 for Keenan Allen going against the Bengals, $6,600 for Chris Godwin against the Falcons, and $5,900 for Brandon Cooks against the Colts. It's Brandon Cooks is kind of always tough to want to play. It's tough to play anybody from the Texans. However, the price point is there, and his target volume is just super consistent and is really sought after. At the tight end position, Rob Gronkowski, $5,300. He was obviously super mispriced last week at $4,400. Comes in, has a monster game. I expect that to continue. Obviously, Antonio Brown will not play this game for the Bucs, so we got two good options there in Godwin and Gronk if you want to play your Brady stacks. George Kittle, $5,900. Dallas Goedert, $4,500. Mike Gesicki, $5,100. And then Mark Andrews rounds out our top 5 at $6K. I do want to talk a little bit about Foster Moreau. $2,700 gives you another Raider to pair with Derek Carr. So if you're looking for some Derek Carr double stacks, Carr, Renfrow, Foster Moreau, the guy who will fill in for Darren Waller. We've seen that happen once already this year. Moreau had a perfectly great game, even scored a touchdown in that game, runs all the routes without Darren Waller around. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys. Go on, head on over to runthesims.com. Check it out. Get yourself a subscription. We've got weekly, monthly, and season-long packages available. Use code HEADLINERS at checkout for 10% off your order. You'll really enjoy it. It's a good way to build DFS lineups. Get more into it if you're on the fence. Come check us out. RunTheSims.com. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Justin. And now we throw it over to Chris Chouse, who's got his point spread picks. Guy's been on fire here as of late. Can he do it again in week 13? Let's take a look at some of our point spreads of the week with Chris Chouse.
What is up, Headliner Nation? Chris Chouse back again for point spread picks, week number 13, baby. Oh, the season is just flying by. Last week, week 12, we did very well. 9-6, man. 60% winning completion. We love it. 10 games above the 500 mark, and we're just starting to roll, baby. Let's go get this money. Let's start with the week 13 contest on Sunday. Tampa Bay -11 at the Atlanta Falcons. The Buccaneers are coming off a good show in Indy to pull off the win. They have been underwhelming on the road ATS this season, but Uncle Lenny is back in a very big way, and he's going to continue to run. The Falcons are a team that can put up points, but I mean, they struggle overall to finish games. But I mean, Tampa Bay last time they beat the Falcons 48-25 back in week 2, and both these clubs are very different than what they were to start the season. On the road, Tampa Bay is definitely going to win this contest, but I'm going Atlanta +11 to kill this spread. Next one is Arizona -7.5 at the Chicago Bears. Man, the Cardinals are coming off a bye week last week, and they could have Kyler and D-Hop back in the mix. I hope they do, man. Where the Bears barely beat the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, I mean, it's likely Andy Dalton once again to start this week with Fields getting limited practice so far this week. I reserve the right to change this pick again, as I have basically since Kyler has been out, but right now I'll take the Cardinals -7.5. Next is LA Chargers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, the high-flying Bengals at the moment. The Chargers are truly the league's enigma. I have no idea what's going on with these guys. It's become impossible to figure them out week to week versus the spread. I mean, coming off a loss to the Denver Broncos 28-13, where the Bengals are moving in the right direction, destroying the Pittsburgh Steelers 41-10 last week. I do like the way that they are moving and what they bring to the table, but LA needs this game in a very big way. Even if LA loses, I think it's closer than 3 points. I'll go LAC. +3, Minnesota -7 at the Detroit Lions. The Lions are, they're trying to compete. Now they lost DeAndre Swift. It's a massive blow to everything that they can do offensively, especially when they try to come back. Minnesota lost Dalvin Cook for the next couple weeks to that shoulder injury. Their pass attack is going to have to be leaned on. Justin Jefferson, I'm looking at you, man, and Adam Thielen. So -7 for the Vikings. I'll take that one rather easily for me. Next one is Indianapolis -10 traveling to Houston. The Texans have attempted their best the last 2 weeks. But they couldn't muster enough to beat the lowly Jets in Week 12. What's going on? The Colts, on the other hand, they would have beat the Bucs last week if it hadn't been for Carson Wentz and his mistakes late in that fourth quarter. I fully expect a heavy workload for Jonathan Taylor in this contest, so 10 points to me is not a big stretch whatsoever. I think Indy rolls in this one. Side note, T.Y. Hilton loves playing the Houston Texans. Get ready for that one. He's going to have a big game likely again. Next one is New York Giants at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins favored by -4. The Dolphins are a team that are stringing together wins lately, man. 4 in a row, that's nothing to sneeze at. Waddle and Tua, they're playing next level football, while the defense is starting to pick up on levels that I expected them to be at the beginning of the season. Now it's starting to come to fruition. New York, they're a team in complete disarray. Now all of a sudden Daniel Jones is on the injury report with a neck issue. They do not know if he's going to play this week. I do reserve the right to change this pick if Daniel Jones does play, but as of today, I am going -4. Miami Dolphins. Fish. -4. Philadelphia -7, taking travel to the New York Jets, man. The Eagles can be summed up in one way. Good Hurts or bad Hurts? Which Hurts will we get? There's no in between right now. The Jets are a tough bet every single week to cover the spread. They've attempted. They're still on below 500 ATS, but it's always a gamble to go with the Eagles, depending on what Jalen Hurts is going to do. Everything inside me thinks this is a get right game for Hurts. He's going to start running. They're going to run the ball very well, but in New York, taking travel, going away, I'm gonna bank on it. I'm gonna bet on the Jets again this week. It might come back to haunt me, but I'm going Jets +7, and even though they're likely going to lose. Washington taking travel to the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are favored by 2.5 points, coming off that great win against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Washington, on the other hand, they've played very well last 3 games, winning 3 games in a row. The defense, they've stepped up overall, even without Chase Young on the field. It's quite impressive. That's for sure. Vegas, like I said, coming off that big win versus Cowboys back at home. While I want to stick with Washington here, thinking that, they're putting some stuff together, I don't like the travel for them whatsoever. I'm going to go with the Vegas Raiders on the extra rest, thinking they're going to beat another NFC East opponent. Next one is Jacksonville at the Los Angeles Rams. Rams favored by 13 points, a big spread for them. The biggest issue I have with the Jags today is Trevor Lawrence. We haven't seen near enough to suggest that his progression has made big waves, like he's going to be able to compete. The Rams, on the other hand, they need a massive get-right game, and here we got a good one right now. They're on a 3-game losing streak. LA might be without Darrell Henderson in this one, so keep tabs on that one, but I think even without Henderson, I'm going to go LA here. They need that. They got to put up like 40 in a get-right game. I'm going LA Rams -13. Baltimore -4.5 at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens looked pretty ugly last week in Lamar's return to the field, barely beating the Browns. They get a Steelers team now. It should be more motivated, I should say. After their loss and their beatdown to the Bengals, Pittsburgh is struggling in all phases at the moment, which isn't a good sign for their future and potential playoff run if they even have anything left. Big Ben, he's past the expiration date. We saw it last week. He's going to maybe try to muster some offense in this one, even though the Ravens defense hasn't played overly spectacular this year. I still think Baltimore is going to run this ball, and they're going to show up defensively in this one. I'll gamble on the 4.5 for the Baltimore Ravens. Next one is the San Francisco 49ers -3, taking travel to Seattle to face the Seahawks. What's going on with Seattle, man? They are completely broken. It's a dumpster fire right now, where Russell Russell Wilson, he's clearly not 100%. That injured finger, he can barely throw the ball. He's missing his wide receivers. It is not, I mean, he does make a few good plays. We saw some deep shots, and he came back at the end of that game on Monday night last week. But, I mean, Russ is not playing healthy, man. And, I mean, the 49ers, they're a team rolling right now behind the talents of Deebo Samuel and Eli Mitchell. Now without Deebo on the field, he's got a groin injury. San Francisco is going to have to rely on others like Ayuk, Eli Mitchell, and Kittle a lot more. San Francisco, to me, right now has figured out their offensive approach, and it's a tough bet to go with Seattle. I'm going with San Francisco -3 even on the road. Sunday Night Football. The Denver Broncos take travel to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming off the bye week last week in hopes to get their mojo back. They looked good in that Week 11 show on the defensive side, shutting down the Dallas Cowboys. And maybe they're starting to turn the corner too, man. They put Jones back in the defensive tackle. That defense looks absolutely phenomenal again. It's great, man, what they're doing. The Broncos, on the other hand, I mean, they've been an up and down club all season long, but I mean, they seem to compete either way, no matter what it is. Barring some weird game plan that they just can't get out of. Melvin is a 50-50 to suit up in this contest with an injury of his own, but will really hamper this Denver offense with Javonte Williams in the backfield? I think not, man. Denver should kill this spread, even though they're gonna lose. I'm gonna go Denver +9.5 in prime time. Monday Night Football, the big one, baby. New England at Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills -2.5 favored. My Bills. Let's go. No fandom, straight analysis. This matchup should be the determining factor. These next two matchups against New England to who's gonna win the AFC East divisional crown. The Bills started the season strong, but have fell off the past several weeks, and they did lose Trey White, which was devastating on Thanksgiving to the New Orleans Saints to that ACL. Josh Allen will have to turn things around. He's got to not turn that ball over. He's been very careless so far this season, and if he's going to do that, New England will make him pay, man. The Bills do get some offensive line help, and Brown and Feliciano, they are back. That should bode very well for Buffalo's protection schemes, and Josh Allen should have more time because Matt Judon is going to be a force. No question about that, man. When it comes to New England, they are winners of 6 straight with Mac Money Jones. He's playing superb football, man. Mac Money has not seen a defense, I want to say, like this yet this season, and he has not faced Bills Mafia's crowd. So, I mean, this could be something of a wake-up call, but Mac has looked like a freaking baller this season, and it's very hard to go against him and what the New England Patriots are doing right now. This is still Buffalo's division as we speak right now, so I'm going to side with Bills Mafia. All analysis, no fandom. I'm going with Bills Mafia -2 at home. So there you have it. That is Week 13 point spread picks. I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. Go get that money, and we'll see you next week. I am out.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. Good luck with all of those picks here this weekend. But the time has come where we've covered everything we can here for this week. We've gotten our giveaways lined up. We got some great things here coming up in the future. Got the Tailgate Chef keeping us nice and full. Tater, making sure we have our reviews for what we need to be drinking here this weekend. But like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm not doing anything this weekend. I got to try to rest up and get healthy so I can finish the season strong. But whatever you have planned this weekend, just make sure you enjoy yourself. Have a good time. We greatly appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out with us here for another week. Looking forward to doing these shows. I like to do something like this all year long, not just during football season. So if there's things that you'd like to see us cover in the future, make sure you let us know down below in the comment section. This is all about keeping in contact with the community. That's what we love to do here, and that's what this is all about. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself some football, some food, some friends, whatever it is you want to do. Just enjoy yourself a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later.